Yeah, so the last couple of years have really sucked for most people, with the pandemic and it all. It just fucking sucked. I've got great friends and family members that were scared to leave their house. Very sad. A lot of people missed out on a few really good years of their life. Fortunately, they've not sucked for me. I like to get out and go, and I think those who know me would agree with this. I'm not reckless, but I'm spontaneous, and if there's something I want to do, I do it. I find a way to make it happen, pandemic or not. I was fortunate enough to marry an amazing woman, the best woman, and marry her. She's very much like myself in regard to the fact she's just willing to get up and go and see new places, do new things, and she will go out of her comfort zone to do this just like I will. Over the past 3 years, we've made several trips back to the East Coast. We've attended Christmas parties in Florida. We've watched rocket launches and landings. We've taken several fishing trips with family and old-time friends. We visited Alaska multiple times. We saw orcas, moose, glaciers, things we had never seen before. We spent last Thanksgiving with great friends in Belize riding golf carts and swimming with sharks, not to mention countless other trips. I think we ended up in the Dakotas, the Carolinas, Nebraska, Wyoming, and California, just to name a few. The last couple of years have been really good to us, but we've worked really, really hard and been very deliberate to continue living life when most others have not. Again, and I always talk about this, life is what you make of it. And while 2022 has not been good for a lot of people, it has been an amazing year for us. Started off with a much-needed career change for myself. We sold our home, which we had put so much blood and sweat into building over the previous 2 years. We also built our own camper from scratch. And when I say from scratch, I mean from scratch. Nothing that could be made was purchased. We bought the steel, built the frame, ordered the paneling, and I even taught myself the 12-volt electrical system. Completed the interior, even installed a forced air furnace for those cold Rocky Mountain nights, which we have used and it works well. By late October, we also welcomed our first child into the world, which is amazing. Little Jackson here. We got rid of my 15-year-old truck, the infamous Nissan Frontier, but we upgraded to something that is, well, a little more me. A personal goal of mine was to sell something, really anything, out of an art gallery. That was also accomplished this year as I sold a few photos out of the 3rd Street Art Gallery in Westcliff, Colorado. To top everything off, I somehow managed hunting tags for 3 big game species that I had yet to harvest and cashed in on all 3 of them. Now, none of these animals are like the whitetails back east that I'm used to hunting. Techniques are different, and so is the terrain and hunting conditions. Yeah, I remember hunting in North Carolina when I was in college, and it was so damn hot that I was wearing nothing but underwear, boots, and a mosquito-proof fleece suit. Pretty sure this was in December. You could also usually drag the animal out of the woods by yourself and back to the field where you could pick it up with a truck. This year I spent 5 days hunting over 11,000 feet in elevation and in temperatures as low as 3 degrees. Let me tell you about Trevor Maurer, the man, the myth, and the absolute fucking legend. This guy's not only become one of my very best friends over the past few years, but he's the most selfless person I've ever met, and above all, he just wants to see others succeed. Trevor was present with me for antelope, elk, and mule deer this year. He taught me everything I need to know about hunting the West, and is the only reason that I was able to complete the trifecta. Wow, what a rush. If you've never shot a bull elk in the woods by yourself, let me give you some advice. Don't fucking do it. Unless you have some damn good friends, which, not bragging, but I do. They're monstrous creatures. It took 5 adults and 2 horses. It was like 4 hours to pack him back to the truck. I have to give props to Trevor, Jared, Caden, and Montana. Without them, there's no way in hell that I would have packed this animal out in less than 2 full days, probably 3. Moving on to my southern redneck buddy, Brandon Thomas. Can't say enough about this fucker. We're approaching 20 years of friendship, and we have definitely dodged death and jail many times together over the years. Seen the sun rise. Oh, it's been crazy. He's been out to visit many times. This was his second time joining me for a hunt. We had an unsuccessful elk hunt a few years ago, but we cashed in on muley this year. Once again, guided by the Maurer brothers. More fun facts. Trevor officiated our wedding, which was absolutely amazing. Then a little over a year later, I got to whip Brandon's ass in the tortilla challenge at the same place.
Mike and Brandon, cold as fuck. This is a tortilla challenge. Oh, an uppercut?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Oh, it's so cold. I feel like it sliced my nose open.
Shit hurts, don't it?
Yeah. That's fucking funny.
I've got fucking 9 of them, bitch.